It's the Have a Heart Wish-a-thon for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and as we've told you, wishes simply can't wait. As you know, this year, due to COVID, we are unable to do our typical roadblock locations across Northeast Arkansas. So it is so important right now, friends that are listening and watching right now, to pick up your phone and call 933-8800 or grab your phone and text the word WISH to 77,000 and give that donation to help us make wishes come true for the Make-A-Wish Foundation for children who live right here in Northeast Arkansas. This is our 23rd annual event, and canceling this year was just not an option. We have so many children who are waiting for their one true wish to be fulfilled, children who are battling a critical illness right here in our community. And you have been so gracious and kind over the years to help us grant every single wish to every eligible child necessary. And not only are we here to raise money today, we're here to share the stories, the impactful, passionate stories of our wish children. And I'd love to introduce to you Miss Courtney and her beautiful daughter, Kinley. And they're from Wynne, Arkansas. And they had a very exciting wish experience that involved a tropical island. Hi, Kinley. Finley? Finley. I said Kinley. Hi, Finley. I'm going to give you two names today. How are you?
Good.
Good. Well, I think you're just adorable. I love those glasses. We have matching glasses. I should have worn mine till we could have been Twinkies. So this is your mom Courtney, and you guys had a really fun time in Hawaii. And you're the second child that I've spoken to that chose Hawaii as your wish. And we're going to talk about that in just a minute. But I want to start with Mama, if that's okay. Miss Courtney, tell us about the journey with your daughter Finley and what brought you to the Make-A-Wish Foundation.
Well, Finley was diagnosed with acute lymphoblastic leukemia on September 11th, 2016. Um, we were completely blindsided. I mean, no parent's ready to hear that their child has cancer. Um, but we were diagnosed at Le Bonheur Children's Hospital in Memphis, and within hours, we were set up at St. Jude, which is just across the street, basically. And there we stayed for months. We just had a backpack, and so we were at St. Jude on treatment for a little close to 3 years. So she had a very tough time for those couple of years. We had chemo every single day. We had close to 30 spinal taps where they injected chemo into her spine and going around her brain. Um, just a pretty horrific time for our family, but she was really strong, and she was able to show us what true strength really is and what a hero really is. And so um, that's where we got started. A few people around our whole community, basically all of Northeast Arkansas, gathered around us during that journey. So it made sense that towards the end of her treatment that we were introduced to Make-A-Wish and got the ball rolling for her wish to come true.
Gotcha. So, Finley, can you tell me about when your Make-A-Wish volunteers knocked on your door and came in and introduced themselves? And did they ask you a whole bunch of questions? Yes?
Do you remember when Miss June and Miss Michelle came to our house?
Well, tell me about. So, I know they ask you a lot of questions, which we do as Make a Wish volunteers. We want to find out everything about you. And we probably ask you what your favorite color was and what kind of cake you like and what you do when you have free time. So, what made you, when you got to that very final point where Miss June and Miss Michelle said, "All right, Finley, what is your one true wish?" Did you draw a picture or did you just tell them?
What did you do? Did you tell them?
And what
She's
did
pretty confident in her wish.
All right. So can you tell everyone what your wish was for? Did you go somewhere fancy?
Tell them where you went. Where did you want to go?
It's okay. It's okay, Mom. What if you would like to tell us? That's fine. Being
Sure.
on TV and on the radio is kind of intimidating a little bit. It's okay. So you just chime in whenever you feel comfortable, okay, Finley? So, Mom,
Okay.
so she chose.
She chose Hawaii. Specifically, she wanted to go to the island where Moana lived. She loved the movie Moana and everything about that, and loved that culture and watching anything about that. And so that led us to Hawaii. Um, we initially weren't sure if that was even a possibility, but that's what she wanted. So we wanted to do our best to make that come true. And on September 7th, 2019, her wish was granted.
All right, Finley, can you tell me about when you found out that you were going to go to Hawaii? Can you tell me about that?
Mm. How'd you feel? Good.
Really good. Was there a party?
There was a party.
So, who all was at your party?
Who all was at your party? Hmm?
Was your mom and dad there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
She got to have her party at her brother's football game. He had a pee wee football game on Saturday morning, and um, the cheerleaders invited Finley to be their guest cheerleader that morning. And over the loudspeaker, they announced who their special cheerleader was and a little bit about her story and about how brave she was when she beat cancer. And they explained that she had a wish, and that wish was to go to Hawaii. And they got to tell her right there on the middle of the football field that Saturday morning that her wish was coming true. So we got to have a party there with all of our friends and um, members of our community, and all of those that supported us throughout our entire journey got to be there and be involved in that. And so that really meant a lot to us that we could incorporate so much. And it's a day that she talks about a lot. She gets shy from time to time, but it was definitely
Okay.
a day that we will not forget.
Gotcha. Finley, did you get to wear a cheerleading outfit? You did. Do you still have it? Did you learn a cheer or anything? Did they teach you a cheer to be on the field? Did you get to do a cheer? Do you remember it? No? Well, it's so exciting when you talk about how communities get involved with the Wish, and so that is one of the great things about the Make a Wish Foundation is it doesn't just affect the family, it doesn't just affect the child, it affects entire communities, and that is what's so special about Northeast Arkansas and the Make a Wish Foundation is as over the years we have progressed into a single radio station event and it's grown over and over and over and gone and just spread out across the community. And being able to, Finley, you're a celebrity. You're a celebrity. Did you know that? I mean, you're Win royalty. You're like the princess of Win. Isn't that exciting?
Pretty
So
famous, right?
your story has impacted so many people. And mom, so after the party, so
Mhm.
you find out on the football field, which is so exciting. That meant everybody at the ball game got to hear her story and got to meet her. And so after that process, tell me about the Wish experience itself. What all happened when you guys, did someone just show up at the door and go, "Here's some tickets, have fun"? That's not how Make a Wish works, is it?
No, it's not. We were gifted by all of our Wish volunteers. We were gifted with some luggage for her and then for her sister and brother. They got bathing suits and all kinds of things that we were able to take with us. And we secretly the night before, her dad and I stayed up all night packing. And a few hours after that football game, we drove to Memphis and met up with our next Make a Wish volunteer. and he met us at the airport at about 5 o'clock the next morning. And from the time we walked into the airport to the time we boarded our plane, he was right there beside us, and was able to guide us through the entire process. We had um, a folder that we carried around with any bit of information. They provided us with gift cards so that all of our meals were taken care of. We were able to get as many souvenirs as we could possibly pack into her bag on the way home. Um, they just went above and beyond. It wasn't just a trip. It was, we call it our reward, just the light at the end of the tunnel for us. Because it, for so long we looked forward to her end of treatment and her end of chemo, but we always knew that the time period after that was a little touch and go because things can change in an instant. So we knew that if her oncology team approved her Make a Wish, that they felt she was healthy enough to travel halfway across the world, to have this dream come true. So in our minds for months and months and months, that was just the light at the end of our tunnel. And it was very emotional getting to do that because as parents, we want to spoil our kids and reward them. But how do you reward them for beating cancer? Like, it's just something that I couldn't even comprehend. So the fact that Make a Wish gave us as parents that opportunity, just will go with us forever, and it changed our life in so many ways.
Finley,
Um,
can you tell me some of the things that you did when you went to Hawaii? What did you see anyone that looked like Moana?
did you see Moana?
You did. What
Yes.
was that like? What was it like to see what Moana? I mean, you've watched the movie, but to see her right there in front of you, what was that like?
What was she like?
Was she pretty?
She was beautiful, and she already knew who Finley was.
Wow. You know Moana? She's your friend? Wow. I'm jealous. I would like to meet Moana. So did you I understand that some family pictures were taken, and we talk about how Make-A-Wish gives lasting wishes, not last wishes. And we want to give you an opportunity to just be a family on vacation, not a family with cancer, not a family that survived a horrific instance in their life, but a family on vacation, a family
Mhm.
making memories and having fun. And I saw a picture, just a beautiful picture of your family. And you mentioned in some notes that I received that you guys look at your pictures a lot
We
from your.
do. It was very important that we had those pictures made, and they are throughout our house. So we pass by them, um, all day, every day. We're able to look at them, and it's just a reminder of how great Make a Wish is, how great God is, how great our community is, because all of that together provided us with that. Because, like I said, it was more than a trip. It was, there was a point where I didn't know in September of 2019 if I would even still have my baby girl sitting beside me. And so the fact that I was able to board a plane and fly to her dream location with her was, I think it was more than just Finley's wish. It was mine and her dad's and our whole family.
That's amazing. Praise the Lord for that. So, are you feeling pretty good? Are you feeling good, Finley? Are you happy and healthy?
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
that's right. That's right. So, Finley, what would you tell? Could you do me a favor? I need your help. I need your help with something. Can you be my helper today? Okay. I would like for you to give a message to everybody on TV right now and everybody on the radio. There's a lot of people listening. I mean, like all over Northeast Arkansas. Really, honestly, they could be listening all over the world. Even Moana in Hawaii could be listening to you right now. So I got a big job for you. Can I count on you? Okay. So can you say text wish
Say it. Say it loud.
You gotta say it loud because these people are far away. Say, "Text wish."
Okay, you want to say it together? Okay.
Okay, mom will say it. We'll say, "Text wish
Text wish
to 77,000
to 77,000
and help make wishes come true,
and help make wishes come true
like mine."
like mine. Like yours. That's right.
That's you did a great job. And Finley, is there anything else you want to say to everybody? Is there something you want to say to your friends and the cheerleaders that did that big party for you and your Make-A-Wish volunteers? Is there something you got? This is your story. You get to say whatever you want.
Thank you.
You're very welcome, sweetheart. Thank you. Thank you. And I'm so glad you got to meet Moana. I'm so glad that your family got to go to Hawaii to your dream location. And I hope you get to go back there one day and revisit those memories and see your friend Moana. And I know that with you sharing your story today, Courtney, you're going to help impact other families who have just gotten a diagnosis or will be getting a diagnosis, because let me tell you, it's hard to accept gifts like this. And I know that that's a challenge for some families. They're like, well, I don't want to take
It
away
is.
from another child. I don't, I
Mhm.
can afford to take my child here or there or buy them those things. But that's not what Make a Wish is about. Make a Wish is about giving back to that child what their illness has taken away. So thank you for allowing us to help make that wish come true for your family, and not just for your beautiful daughter, but for your other children and you and your husband and your family, because an illness impacts everyone. And
It does.
being able to give you that blessing is our blessing. And so that's why today is so important for you that are listening and watching to text the word wish to 77,000. We have operators standing by to take your call, to take your pledge over the phone, 933-8800. We typically have our roadblock locations, and we have people standing on the side of the road at uh, corners all over the community. And unfortunately, due to COVID, we couldn't find a safe way to do that. So it's so important for you to pick up the phone or text that word and let us send you a link and make that donation today for the Have a Heart Wish-a-thon with KAIT. Thank you, Finley.
Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Courtney. Thank you so much.
The
I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you soon. And next year, hopefully, we'll all be able to come together. You'll get to come to the radio station and be a part of this wonderful, magical day we call the Have a Heart Wish-a-thon. Thank you. 933-8800. Text WISH to 77,000 and help make wishes come true.
Thank you. All right.